Hey, so welcome to episode 29 of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about discharged debts through bankruptcies and what can actually be reported. So, if you guys have any questions, drop them down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them for you. So, understand that you do not have to pay discharged debts that was included in your bankruptcy. So if those debts were discharged, you do not have to pay them. A lot of times creditors are not reporting the correct way on these debts, and you're trying to buy a house, you're trying to get a car, you're trying to get some credit cards, you think, let me just pay this, get this out the way. No, you guys, it is illegal for them to continue to try to get any money from you or even report these debts inaccurately. So please make sure you guys fight these companies if they're doing these different things that I'm going to talk to you all about in this episode. Now, make sure you guys make sure that all of the debts that you had, like the charge off collections, all of them says included in bankruptcy. You'll see these in like the different comments, but make sure all of the debt says included in bankruptcy. That way, the creditors, when you apply for something, they'll know that that was included in the bankruptcy, and they cannot hold that against you as if you have to pay it or anything like that. And those that should have a $0 balance. Now, for those people that's different, like I filed for bankruptcy before, I had to get the thing removed. I don't want them to say including in bankruptcy, because when I get the bankruptcy removed, I want to easily be able to remove these accounts. But if I have a bankruptcy and I have all of these accounts that say including in bankruptcy, it's going to be harder to get that bankruptcy removed or even these accounts. So I want to make sure I attack that bankruptcy, and then I want to go back and fight these accounts. And I would like to fight all of the accounts just based off their reporting, but you want to get that bankruptcy removed first, really. And then once you got that bankruptcy removed, tell the creditors, hey, or the collectors that, hey, you don't have these as included in bankruptcy, and they're supposed to be included in bankruptcy. And then when they have that on there, then you can fight them an additional way. But call me. I can't really talk about too much of that here on how to really fight it this type of way, because I just don't know. I just don't want to say the wrong thing, you guys. But definitely it's a way that you want to do it. But if you guys are not thinking about, oh, I don't care about fighting bankruptcy, or yeah, you stay on my credit report, just make sure it says include in bankruptcy. So when you're applying for the house or car, they'll know that these are supposed to be at a $0 balance. And if it's not, then and they refuse to update it, then make sure you guys mail in those dispute letters to fix those errors. That's the biggest thing. You can also call the credit bureaus to fix errors, but I just find that it's best to mail it. And then also, when you guys are mailing in these letters, let's see if I have one here. You want to make sure that you're sending in all your dispute letters certified. Like, here's a certified receipt from a client where I sent in some dispute letters for them. So you can see I had sent this certified to the credit bureaus. You will see a stamp on when you actually mailed it. And this is who I mailed it to. I mailed it to Experian. But you want to make sure that you mail it in, because you'll have a paper trail. Because if they don't respond in a certain amount of time, you guys, they have to remove it. So I like to have a paper trail. Hey, you didn't respond in 30 days. You're supposed to respond in 30 days. Delete this from my credit reports immediately. I'm getting a lot of results from those letters. So I want you guys to make sure that you send it certified so that you can't even say that, okay? And then you can back it up just in case they refuse to remove it. Now, make sure you guys contact a bankruptcy lawyer or your bankruptcy lawyer if they're not reporting it correctly, just to see if there's anything on their end that you can do instead of trying to find an FCRA attorney that I'm going to tell you guys about. So just try to see if you can reach out to your bankruptcy lawyer if they're not reporting it this way. And remember that you have FCRA, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act laws, and plus the bankruptcy laws are in your favor. They are against this bad reporting, because a lot of times creditors think that they're going to continue to report bad, or collectors also that they're going to continue to report bad. You're going to end up paying it, and it's like them trying to punish you, and that's not right, you guys. So they have laws against these different things. Now, understand too, with the laws, they have laws for the FCRA, which is federal. You also have state laws. I don't know if you guys heard, but I had to sue a collection agency because I was unable to remove an account, you guys. When I tell you I went through depression, I think it was last year. I could not remove this account. I got it removed for a lot of clients, but they would not remove it for me. And I'm thinking, this is a sign. I need to sue them. I end up suing them and settling with them, you guys. So understand that you have federal laws and you have state laws. I quoted state and federal laws. So they end up removing it to federal court, which means that, hey, we're in state court at first, but hey, no, we're going to go to federal court. And I was so nervous, you guys. But I continue to do my paperwork and my research, and we end up settling, which is really good. But make sure you guys understand you have state laws. And if you want to, contact an attorney, I'm not giving you legal advice. I know that further on, like when I go and sue other companies, I'm helping um, somebody else that's very, very close in my family to do this. We're only quoting state laws, because as soon as you quote federal laws, you guys, you're going to have to go to federal court. So it's better just to quote those state laws. But know that there are state laws that can help you with this also. And then reach out to an FCRA lawyer with additional questions. I can tell you guys about my experience if you guys want to know about it, but reach out to an FCRA lawyer if you have any additional questions on just the bankruptcy reporting or just any of your other accounts reporting. Now, the next episode, we're going to talk about your right to a accurate credit report and what actually can be reported, what can't be reported. So I'll see you guys there in episode 30.